Hi everyone, this is Chris McClurkin of Peaceable Solutions, bringing you Peaceable Solutions for the life you deserve. Tonight, we have a peaceable moment with Chris McClurkin, and we'll have a discussion as it relates to the definition of a strong woman. But before we go into that, I want to share with you a little bit about myself. Again, I am the founder of Peaceable Solutions, and I've also created and facilitated 2 programs designed for couples and individuals alike. The first program is Love by Choice, and it is the premier program of Peaceable Solutions for those who are dating, those who are engaged, or those who are divorced or have been married for years. And simply, we're designed to help you with your relationship issues and areas of concern. In the event that you just want to enhance your relationship, you want to develop or hone in on your conflict resolution skills, or you just want to do a SWOT analysis of your relationship, this is the premier program for you. Again, that is Love by Choice. The second program is entitled Successfully You. Yes, Successfully You. The motto that I often say is be the best you for you, then others will follow. So again, this program is for those who are recently divorced or those who have just gone through a breakup, or you're interested in just reinventing yourself. Again, that program is designed for you, and we focus on self-discovery, living from your I ams, and disconnecting from negative soul ties. So you owe it to yourself to be the best you, and also to give me a call at 803-386-9842 for Love by Choice or Successfully You. I'm so excited tonight to have with me in the studio my cousin, my first cousin. We go way back, Father God, and I'm just so excited that she's here. Her name is Carmen Gray, and what I'm going to do is allow Carmen to tell you a little bit about herself. So, Carmen?
Well, Carmen Gray, I'm out of Florida. I'm the mother of 2 children, one recently deceased. Just lost my son, he was 18 years old, killed, and I'm still dealing with the grief of that. I have a daughter that's 20. She's a junior at Georgia State University and about to embark on another year of college. So, you know, I've got a lot of things I'm transitioning into.
Wow. So tonight again, our focus is what is the definition of a strong woman?
Mm-hmm.
And because my audience is so diverse, I gave no ethnic background to the phrase strong woman, because my audience is diverse, and so all women have a tendency to be strong. And as we delve into this subject, we're going to actually touch on a couple of questions. Okay, all right. So first question is, why is there a negative stigmatization regarding the phrase a strong woman? Why do you think there's a negative stigmatization associated with that phrase?
I would have to say it depends on the origin of the negativity. Mm-hmm. So if the negativity is stemming from a male perspective to the term strong woman, then that's an inner conflict within that man based on the measure of strength he is able to promote. Mm-hmm. Or feel that he can promote in the company of that woman, not necessarily in her presence per se, but in the presence of everything that she represents, whether it's family, business, mm-hmm. associations, the connection she has to her community. And community can be broadened, whether it's local, whether or not her presence is felt, regionally, whether or not her presence is felt nationally, internationally. So when you look at the word strong, it just depends on the perception mm-hmm. of the person who is looking at that term. So, strength can be emanated from, a woman who's single, like myself, who's holding it down, who's able to manage children and a job and a career and changes and issues that life brings. Or it can also be the professional side of that woman mm-hmm. who's willing to shoulder mm-hmm. new opportunities, to really thrive ahead and pursue some things. Who's not afraid of embarking on new horizons, new self discoveries. And it just depends on the security of the person who is defining the word strength.
I was just about to chime in on that, because that's what crossed my mind: the strength, the insecurity, or the security of the person that is perceiving the strength.
Right.
Again, if you're an optimist, you'll see that strength as something good,
right?
Something advantageous. And something to be commended. However, if you are a pessimist, you're going to see it as a threat.
Right.
It could be a threat to the individual who's perceiving it pessimistically, or a threat to what they feel the person is not contributing to.
Exactly. So now I want to touch on this again, because I'm a mother of a recently deceased young man. I've been measured by both men and women, and the phrase has been, "Oh, you're such a strong woman." Well, the person who has to bear the burden of such a loss, in my mind, I don't understand what they are seeing. I had to ask someone to define that for me, because inwardly I feel that I'm breaking. Inwardly I feel that I'm crumbling. What they see is that I'm going on, I'm not unraveling at the seams, I seem to be holding it together. But that is the essence of who I've been taught to be in the public eye. You understand?
But there's also a misunderstanding, a misunderstanding of a woman who may have to go into survival mode.
Right.
And again, we're only seeing, for example, you mentioned that you have, when you're in the public, you are perceived a certain way. They don't know about your inner circle of support.
Right.
We don't see the moments that you've had to cry in silence.
Right.
And also in private.
Right.
But when you are in an interview, you are perceived as strong. You receive the interviews because of what you're promoting.
Right.
Sometimes this can be perceived as negative because there's a lack of understanding.
Well, I'm going to say something about the negativity. What can happen is when a woman exudes such strength, it can also be a misinterpretation of her need for support, for comfort, for an emotional deposit, because in the person's mind or her son's mind, it's, oh, well, Carmen's got it, she's the strongest person I know. No, I don't always have it, and there are times when I do need someone or somebody's to surround me. And here's the other thing, is sometimes a strong woman can victimize herself. Listen to this. Can victimize herself, put herself in a corner, because then what happens is you don't want to be perceived as less than being strong.
Wow.
And then it becomes difficult to say, hey, I'm bleeding.
Wow.
Give me a Band-Aid or cover my wound. It can be, you can get your emotions locked into an element of pride, where you can back yourself up into a corner, and you may need that support, and it's difficult to ask for it because you've been labeled now as being strong. So that can also turn against you. The negativity, not necessarily that it's coming from the person, but you can trap yourself into a negative position to where, okay, you really need help, but you don't